Good morning class. Today we will do the explanation of Unit 7. Matilda can do magic. Roald Dahl was a British fighter pilot of Norwegian descent. He is famous for writing stories, books and poems for children. His stories often feature brave children who go against evil adults and overcome all sorts of trouble. Some of his famous works are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, and The Witches, among others. Now let's read the introduction of this lesson. Matilda Wormwood is a bright, intelligent, and gifted child, but unfortunately, her parents and her parents would rather have her watch the television than read a book. Her teacher, Miss Honey, recognizes her brilliance and tries to help Matilda learn more, but both her parents and the headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, refuse to allow her to do so. Now, here in this introduction, first paragraph of the introduction, it's being said that there was a little girl named Matilda Wormwood. She was a bright, intelligent, and gifted child, but her parents did not make her read books. Rather, they used to make her sit and watch TV. Her teacher, Miss Honey, recognizes her brilliance and she tries to help Matilda learn more, but both her parents and her headmistress uh, refuse to allow her to do so. One day, when Miss Trunchbull visits the class and finds a newt in her glass of water, she accuses Matilda of playing a prank on her and threatens to expel her. Suddenly, the glass falls over and the newt lands on Miss Trunchbull, who is now angrier, angrier than ever. Everyone has seen that Matilda has not moved from her seat. Then how did the glass fall? Here, the word newt means a small amphibian with a long, thin body and tail and short legs. Expel means force someone to leave a school, organization, or country. It's being said in this para that one day Miss Trunchbull visited Matilda's class and she saw a newt, an amphibian, in her glass of water, and she accused Matilda. She said that Matilda has done this and Matilda is playing prank on me, and then she started threatening her that she will expel her from the school. But what happens next? Suddenly the glass falls over and the newt lands on her, on Miss Trunchbull. And everyone saw that Matilda had not moved from her place. Then how that amphibian got onto Miss Trunchbull? Now let's read further about this lesson and see what had happened. Matilda did not join the rush to get out of the classroom. After the other children had all disappeared, she remained at her desk and quiet and thoughtful. She knew she had to tell somebody about what happened with the glass. She couldn't possibly keep a giant secret like that bottled up inside her. What she needed was just one person, one wise and sympathetic grown up who could help her to understand the meaning of this extraordinary happening. In this para, it's being said that Matilda did not go out of the classroom with other students. Instead, she remained in the class and sat quietly and thoughtful on her desk. She knew that she has to tell this to someone someone who could understand her, who can tell her the meaning why all this or why all this extraordinary happened to her. Para number 2. Neither her mother nor her father would be of any use, for they would not believe her, nor realize what an outstanding event had taken place in the classroom that afternoon. On the spur of the moment, Matilda decided that the one person she would like to confide in was Miss Honey. In this para, it's being said that Matilda thought to herself that if she would tell her father or mother, they will not understand what an outstanding means surprising and impressive event has taken place in the classroom today, this afternoon. On the spur of the moment means suddenly without any planning. On that moment, suddenly she thought that she will confide means tell someone a secret. She will tell the secret to Miss Honey. Para number 3. Matilda and Miss Honey were now the only two left in the classroom. Miss Honey had seated herself at her table and was riffling through some papers. She looked up and said, "Well, Matilda, aren't you going outside with the others?" In this para, it's being said that now when everyone left the classroom, only Miss Honey and Matilda were left in the classroom. Miss Honey was riffling through the papers. Riffling means turning over pages. Miss Honey was turning over the pages, and then suddenly she looked up and saw Matilda sitting over there, and then she asked her, Matilda, that is she not going outside? Matilda said, "Please, may I talk to you for a moment?" "Of course you may. What's troubling you?" "Something very peculiar happened to me, Miss Honey." Now here the conversation started between Matilda and Miss Honey. Matilda asked her teacher, Miss Honey, that if she can talk for a moment with her. Miss Honey said, "Of course," and she asked what was troubling her. Matilda admitted that something very peculiar happened to her, and she was asking about it. Peculiar means strange, out of the ordinary things. Something very unordinary, or we can say extraordinary happened to her. Miss Honey became instantly alert. Ever since the two disastrous meetings she had already recently had about Matilda, the first with the headmistress and the second with Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood, Miss Honey had been thinking a great deal about this child and wondering how she could help her. And now here was a here was Matilda sitting in the classroom looking particularly exalted and asking if she could have a private talk. Miss Honey had never seen her looking so wide-eyed and peculiar before. Now it's being said in this paragraph that when when Matilda said that she wanted to talk to her for some time, Miss Honey instantly got alert and instantly got alert about the two because she recently had meetings with Matilda's parents and the headmistress, and it was disastrous. Disastrous means extremely bad meeting and unsuccessful meetings with her parents and the headmistress. So she was alert, and she wanted to help the child. She wanted to help Matilda, but because of her parents and headmistress did not allow her to do so, she was helpless at that moment. And now when Matilda was asking her to have a private talk. She could not refuse, and Matilda looked very peculiar at the time. Miss Honey had never seen her looking so wide-eyed and peculiar before. Yes, Matilda, she said. Tell me what has happened to you that is so peculiar. Miss Trunchbull isn't going to expel me, is she? Matilda asked. Because it wasn't me. Who put that creature in the water? I promise. I promise you, it wasn't. Now, here in this para 8 and 9, it's being said that when Matilda asked Miss Honey to talk to her, Miss Honey said, "Yes, Matilda. Tell me what is the problem? What was the peculiar thing?" she asked. Matilda said, Matilda, as she was a little bit afraid inside, she asked Miss Honey if Miss Trunchbull would expel her or not. Then she said that it wasn't her. She wasn't the one who has put the creature in the water. She said that I promise it wasn't me. I know it wasn't. Miss Honey said, am I going to be expelled? I think not, Miss Honey said. The headmistress simply got a little overexcited, that's all. Good, Matilda said. But that isn't what I want to talk to you about. Now here, as she started the conversation with Miss Honey, she said that she was asking about herself being expelled from school. But when Miss Honey told her that headmistress will not expel her, she simply got overexcited. That's all. Matilda said, "Okay, that's good, but this is not what I wanted to talk to you about." Now, that's all for today. We'll read on further about this lesson tomorrow. Thank you and have a good day.